Your attention, please. It's time for the final countdown. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back for another season of Maryville Saints hockey right here on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network. We're all excited to be here at the Maryville University Hockey Center. I'm Andrew Marsh alongside my partner today, Todd Panula. And Todd, this is the day we've been waiting for all summer long. The Saints are back in action in the 2022-2023 campaign.
Yeah, it's been a long off season for the recruiting staff. It's been an eventful off season, but everybody's ready to hit the ice and get things rolling on a brand new season, and for Maryville University to take another step forward as they look to be a championship contender.
And they were a Lindsay Cup champion last season, and they're in a new conference this year, taking on a familiar foe tonight, however, in the McKendree Bearcats. But Todd, let's talk about this new conference that the Saints are in this season.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot different. They're going to have some new rivals to form. Just across the border, you're going to have Illinois. There are going to be some big names in this conference. There was a team that dropped out in Lindenwood, but that's just kind of the dice that you're handled and that you roll with. But overall, I think this new conference is going to be good for Maryville. It's going to give them more pedigree heading into the national tournaments. And it's just going to be a boost for this program overall.
And they're part of the Central States Collegiate Hockey League, but that is not the team or the conference that we want to keep our eyes on tonight. It's the McKendree Bearcats, a rival of the Maryville Saints since their inception here in Chesterfield, Missouri. And Todd, I know the fans can't see it, but there are a ton of people behind us. They're chanting very loud. They're excited for the season opener, and especially against a team like the McKendree Bearcats.
Yeah, it's going to be a raucous house in here tonight, especially facing a rival like McKendree. You can change conferences, but you can't take away the rivalry, because I think these two teams are going to be entangled with one another basically for a long time. There's really no reason to take each other off the schedule. They're just across the river. They play in O'Fallon. The school's just a few miles away from that. So it's a good rivalry. It's a good game for both of these teams, and there's a lot of bad blood between these two programs. McKendree started off as more of the powerhouse. They've kind of been supplanted a little bit by Maryville. They've brought in some fresh faces, as have the Saints. Are they going to get things rolling here with the same kind of bad blood right off the get-go or not?
We'll see what happens tonight. The Saints are taking on McKendree tomorrow night as well, but they have to take care of business. And Todd, you mentioned some of the new faces for the Saints. I'm excited to see what these new guys can bring to this squad.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole gaggle now of new players coming into this program. And they're between the freshmen and some of the transfers, there was 8 or 9 new players bringing in to this program. So that's a lot of recruiting done by the coaching staff. That's a lot of talking. That's a lot of getting to know these players before they're even brought into the Maryville program. And they already feel like they're fit for this team. So we'll see them right off the bat, because there's several new faces. There's 2 that are on the starting lineup that are going to get to go right on the forward lines, which we'll talk about here in a second. But there's a lot of new players coming in, bringing in some fresh energy to this program that's already playing at a high level.
Absolutely. We saw the jump that the Saints made last season. Of course, they did not get it done in the national tournament, but this team has high expectations this season, and a lot of these new players are going to be a part of that this upcoming year. Todd, what are your expectations for tonight's game as the Saints face off against the McKendree Bearcats?
I think it's going to be an intense game, because I think the players, they've already been through the warm-ups with this crowd as it is. They're going to be amped up. It's going to be up to Coach Hogan and maybe Captain Jack Harrison to kind of temper things a little bit. Don't let yourself get worn out in that first 5 minutes. But, I mean, it's going to be an up-tempo game, and I think there's going to be a lot of physicality as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think McKendree, like you said earlier when we started, McKendree was that team a few years ago. They were the ones on top of McKendree. As we see the lights have turned off here as we're getting excited as puck drop is nearing its way. But McKendree, they're going to bring it tonight, and Maryville, they got to be expecting McKendree's best, especially on opening night. Let's go over some keys to the game. Todd, what do you have for us?
For my keys to the game, we've already kind of talked about it in terms of new faces coming into this Maryville program. Get those guys involved early. As I mentioned, there's going to be 2 that are on the forward line in the starting lineup. Get those guys used to this rivalry right off the bat. Get them the puck. Let them get a feel for the game right off the bat. And get the feet wet and underneath them, so to speak. Yeah,
my keys to the game is stay simple. It's the season opener. You don't want to do too much, especially in front of this raucous crowd. So definitely stay simple and just be responsible with the puck. Don't make too many nifty plays. Of course, we want to see some really great plays made tonight, some great passes, and of course some goals. That's exactly what we want to see tonight at the Maryville University Hockey Center. Let's look at our starting goaltender tonight for the Saints, Johnny Macera. Johnny has been unbelievable in his time here at Maryville University. Ed Coffey is another great goaltender, and we'll see a lot of him this season. But if you look at Johnny's numbers, 9 games played, 8-0-1. This man is on a mission to duplicate those numbers this season.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue with the record that he put up last season, basically undefeated in regulation anyway. And he had a solid year. He's one of those athletic goaltenders. He's going to make the spectacular moves sometimes. Sometimes he'll make you a little bit nervous the way he comes out and plays the puck. We've seen him put lumps in throats of fans before when he's just raced out of the net. But you take the good with the bad with that kind of goaltender, and he's really one of the solid goaltenders for a program that's become known for goaltending. A little bit of a surprise not to go with Ed Coffey, but going with the local guy in Johnny Macera for opening night, and I'm sure we'll see Ed probably tomorrow.
Yeah, expect a ton of great saves tonight by Johnny Macera. Like you said, he can make some 10-bell saves, and we're excited to see that. Well, let's look at the starting lineups tonight. We were just talking about Johnny Macera. He is starting in net for the Saints. Johnny Macera, once again, 8-0-1 last year. A great season by Johnny. And now on the back end, we have Ben MacArthur, the sophomore from Toronto, Ontario. Also, his defense partner, Jackson White. His sophomore campaign starts tonight. And then we have a new face, Jackson Slotty from Calgary, Alberta, the sophomore, centering that line. The captain, Jack Harrison. He will lead the charge tonight for the Saints. And on right wing, TJ Prexler looking to have himself another great season, the junior from British Columbia. Those are the rest of the lines as we dwindle down towards puck drop. We're excited here at the Maryville University Hockey Center. We hope you're excited too. Puck drop is coming up next right here on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network. Don't go anywhere.
The Maryville Saints Hockey Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the American Collegiate Hockey Association.
This is a team that's really held its own. Top 10 in ACHA Division I hockey. Now it's a new season. New pack of dogs. New blood in the group. But that's what makes this team successful. They don't dwell on the past. They keep moving forward. They keep pushing, keep striving, until they reach that ultimate goal. And you better believe believe these new guys, they want the same thing. They're ready, they're hungry, and they're just waiting to be unleashed.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Maryville Saints Hockey Network. I'm Andrew Marsh alongside my partner tonight, Todd Panula. It is the Maryville Saints taking on the McKendree Bearcats, and this is the start of the 2022-2023 season. Todd, welcome in. We are back at the Maryville University Hockey Center, and my goodness, is it good to be back.
Yeah, it's been a long off season, as I mentioned during the pregame, and it's good to be back in a hockey rink. There's just a certain feel, especially when you get this amount of fans that we're probably going to have to contend with in terms of sight lines apparently in front of us. But it just creates a certain atmosphere that's somewhat unique to this sport. And it's just a blast to be around.
Well, the fans are rowdy here at the Maryville University Hockey Center. They're banging on the glass. They're excited as the 2022-2023 Maryville Saints season is underway. McKendree with it. They win the draw at the red line. Cross-corner dump in. Going back for it, Ben MacArthur on his backhand. He'll sling it around to the other side. Falling down on his left wing is Jackson Slotty, as there's a battle for the puck. Squirts down low. MacArthur around to the near side. TJ Prexler trying to get it out at the half wall. Finally gets it out. It's a 2-on-1 for the Saints. Zloty with it to Harrison. Harrison shoots, and that one is stopped. Nice stop by Dylan Dallaire, as he is the starting goaltender tonight for the McKendree Bearcats. We mentioned in our pregame show, Johnny Macera. He is between the pipes for the Saints. And 30 seconds in, we have a grade A scoring opportunity for the Saints.
Yeah, overall, a great opening foray in the offensive end. I'd like to see a little more selfishness there by somebody. I think they were just trying to set each other up, and really there wasn't too much for Harrison to shoot at.
And there's a shot, that one, off a body and into the netting. So another opportunity for the Saints, and a nice stop by Dallaire.
But this is a lot more of what we saw against McKendree last season. The Maryville Saints swept all 5 games during the regular season against the Bearcats, including a tournament game as well. But just offensive pressure right from the get-go.
So that one's picked up by McCormick. Big hit to start things off by Will Smith. We'll see a lot of that this season as the puck goes into the Saints zone below the goal line. It squeaks around to the far side. In the corner, both teams battling for it. McCormick on it, intercepted by Maryville. Timon Prexler's pass up to Will Smith is intercepted. Saints with it. Timon Prexler. He'll go D to D. That one towards Dallaire. Dallaire on his forehand. He'll send it up the near side boards as McKendree unable to grab the puck. Saints go D to D. Bonnet with it. He'll take his time. Opens the hips up. Fires one. However, the Saints were changing, and they'll go to the length of the ice for an icing. 18:30 left to go here in the first period. One shot on net for the Saints. McKendree looking for their first. They'll have an offensive zone draw.
And we've seen here in the early going a little bit of the nerves going, a little bit of the trying to feel each other out. We saw Zloty take a little bit of a slip over here in the far side, and then the pass just not on the same page there through the middle.
That one's flipped out of the zone. Racing after it, Lucas Adams. Dallaire able to shoot it away. It's kept in by the Saints. Near side, goes around to the far side. Picked off. Saints with it below the goal line. Up top to the blue line. Bonnet shoots one on. That one is whiffed on. Another shot, and that one is smothered from the blue line as Colt Corpse, the sophomore from Fort Wayne, Indiana, shoots one on from the point.
Can I nickname him the Dead Man?
That is all you, Todd. Not even 3 minutes into the game, and we're already back to where we were last September.
You got to get warmed up already.
Absolutely. There's a tip, and that one stopped by Dallaire. So Dallaire, he's seen a few shots early on. 17:54 left here in the first period. 4 shots so far for the Saints. McKendree still with 0.
And I know through the monitor a lot of times that can seem like an easy save, but overall it was a difficult one. The way it bounced up, that could easily slip through the 5-hole.
That one redirected into the corner. Saints poking at it. And that one is shot out of play. So a lot of whistles so far early on in this one. Not a lot of flow to this game, but you can't really expect a ton of flow to be there in the first game of the season.
Yeah, both teams are trying to feel each other out. Maryville obviously with the better of the offense, 4 shots to none. But overall, a lot of stoppages favors McKendree.
Here's Corpse, wrist shot on. That one blocked by the Bearcats. Able to poke at it and get it out. And what do you know, another whistle with 17:30. A hand pass has been called.
Fans didn't really like it, but I mean, that's about a textbook as you're going to get.
So a face-off coming in the Saints defensive zone. Anson Smith taking the draw. Saints come out with it as Jackson Zloty able to win the face-off for Maryville. Racing back for the puck, Jackson White on his forehand. He'll take his time. Passes up to the near side, TJ Prexler. Prexler, backhanded sauce as the Saints exit the zone. Here they come, Zloty in. That one wide, shot on, another save by Dallaire as the puck is still loose in the slot. Harrison on his backhand, that one's blocked. Harrison still with it. Hits off his shin pad, and the Bearcats able to exit the zone. Rosansky fighting for it for the Bearcats, and he's taken down a big hit. As waving goodbye was Ben MacArthur. And another big hit. Todd, you are absolutely correct. A ton of physicality, especially early on in this one. Rimmed around to the near side. McKendree with it. Up the boards, Timon Prexler at the blue line, giving chase. That one turned over. McLeod, that shot. Drops it back. Another shot. They score! Timon Prexler. First goal of the season. And the Saints, with 16:15 left to go here in the first period, they lead 1-0.
Fantastic situational awareness there from Timon Prexler to just slip into that quiet area of the ice right in the slot. Nobody was there, nobody within about 3 feet of him. But a lot of discombobulation by the McKendree 5 out there as they were all twisted around. In a normal circumstance, there's no way that that puck should be that wide open, but just a fantastic finish ultimately by Maryville.
And Luke McLeod had that shot in the slot. It went off a stick. He gets it back, feeds it to Timon Prexler. And just like that, the Saints are on the board, a 1-0 lead. And they'll look to add on to that as we are 4 minutes in to the season opener here at the Maryville University Hockey Center. Adams, his pass off a stick. Able to corral it as Chad McElwain. Backhanded sauce. Shot. That one blocked. Cole Bonnet able to get it back. And he'll fire it in. Dallaire behind his cage. Picked up. Rimmed around the boards. Picked off. Comes back up top to the blue line. Bonnet to the near side boards. He gets it back. That shot off a body to the far side corner. Taking a big hit, but able to get the puck up the boards were the Bearcats. Stretch pass. That one tipped in. Turcotte with it. White, he'll feed it to Ben MacArthur. That one off the stick. And the Saints enter into the zone. White to the slot. Shot on Dallaire. A big save. Another save. As Ben MacArthur steps up on his backhand to keep it in. To the far side. McKendree exits the zone. Kent with it. Trying to get past Ben MacArthur. Good defensive play by MacArthur as he takes Kent down. Skating up ice. Trying to make a nifty move was Cameron Ware. Timon Prexler at the blue line. Jack Harrison able to sauce it in. He races after it, punches it behind the net. TJ Prexler looking for someone out front. That was his brother Timon. As Massera comes out of his cage on his forehand. He can play the puck. We've seen that all last season as he rims it around the boards. Garrett Hunter, one-touch pass by Zloty, turned over. McKendree, they turn it over. They have numbers. Prexler in. Prexler, looking back door for Zloty. Goes right under his stick.
Again, this top line just a little bit too unselfish. I'd like to see Prexler take the shot. Zloty was in perfect position should there have been a rebound.
Here's TJ Prexler. He gets bumped off the puck. His brother Timon with support. Timon dancing his way through the zone. Bonnet, top of the blue line, fakes the shot. Timon again, his shot, that one blocked. He gets it back. Another one, and that one blocked again. McKendree able to get it out of the zone. Skating up ice. Davenport. He drops it. Davenport couldn't get the puck back. Here's Jake Chartier. Chartier, forehand. Chartier cuts to the middle. Bonnet, wrist shot. That one blocked. Rebound. It is in the pads of Dallaire. What a save. Great job by the McKendree netminder to squeeze the pads with 12:52 left here in the first period. It's still a 1-0 game, almost 2-0.
Yeah, and right now it's all Dallaire keeping the Bearcats in this one at all because the five on the ice are just scrambling left and right. They're all sorts of twisted around. Nobody's on their forehand. People are getting caught puck watching. So this could be a long night for the Bearcats once the Saints get another one on the board, should that happen.
Chartier out front. That one off the stick. McLeod with it. McLeod to his backhand up top to the point. Wrist shot on. That one doesn't make its way through. McKendree going the other way. They have numbers. Will Smith back checking. Brown makes a move. Brown continues as he's knocked down to the ice. Cole Bonnet takes his time, skates up ice, backhanded pass, 3-on-2 for the Saints. Smith, just right under his stick. able to keep that puck in is Colt Corpse. Corpse down low working for the puck as that one is floated into the netting. 12:06 left to go here in the first period. No shots on net for the McKendree Bearcats. 8 shots on net for the Saints, and they have a goal on the scoreboard.
Yeah, if you wanted to use the soccer statistics, I don't even know if they'd have a shot overall, let alone a shot on target. It's just been defend, defend, defend right now for the Bearcats.
Rimmed around the boards by Voida. Jackson White will play it back to MacArthur. MacArthur, sauce pass on his backhand to his defense partner, and White, one-touch pass. That one's turned over and sent into the zone. Massera, he'll leave it for White. White, he'll settle things down behind his own net. Looks and finds Lucas Adams. Adams pass off a stick and out of play. 11:38 left here in the first period.
Overall, a very good start for the Maryville Saints, but again, you can kind of see that they're still trying to get themselves right. They really like to have the opening goal, which obviously they got, but you can tell that what practice is one thing, but once you get out, play a game, getting those line combinations right is something else.
A shot from the point goes wide, stepping up, another one fired on net. That one comes back up top to the point. MacArthur, little slap pass to the slot, goes right under the stick of Lucas Adams. Sam Edwards battling for the puck, squirts up loose. McKendree able to come out with it. Here they come. That one to the far side. And tangled up in the net was Trevor Rorick. Shot on, that one off a stick goes wide. It's off the glass. Timon Prexler's there at the blue line. Prexler loses his handle of the puck. Still inside the zone as McKendree finally exit as they try and get it in. Timon Prexler, great job at the blue line to stand up his man. It's going the other way. Here come the Saints. Puck below the goal line. Prexler there. Turcotte shot on. That one's going to be smothered by Dulaire. And with 10:22, we still have ourselves a 1-0 game thanks to Timon Prexler. So an offensive zone draw coming for the Saints. Winning the faceoff is Maryville. Prexler with it. Shot on. Does it make its way through? It does, but it's stopped by Dulaire. And a great shot. That went through a ton of bodies, Todd.
Yeah, that was a seeing eye puck. There was at least 3 players in front. But I like the idea from Maryville. Get bodies in front, create some traffic, create some havoc for the goaltender, take away his eyes.
McKendree with it. They exit the zone inside the neutral zone. And a little miscommunication there as they go off sides with 9:58 left here in the first period. So McKendree still unable to generate an opportunity. They have 0 shots on net, 10 shots for the Saints.
Yeah, and quite frankly, the Saints could have more. They've put a couple just off target, a couple got blocked. So, I mean, we're probably looking at a 15 to maybe 1 shot differential in terms of just even taking shots.
Saints keep the puck in the zone. Behind the net, that one's turned over. Backhanded shot. Oh, looking for the rebound was Jackson Slotty. Inside the neutral zone. Bonnet, he'll float it in. Back for it are the Bearcats. They end up getting the puck out of the zone. Corpse, that pass off a stick, and it hits the top of the ceiling with 9:19 left here in the first period.
Still a lot of stop and start, though, in this first period. Seems like the longest we've gone is maybe 45 seconds or so without a whistle, minute at most. It's a little bit choppy.
Skating in the zone, poking it forward. Ben MacArthur. Jake Chartier up top at the point. Covering for MacArthur. That one squeaks loose, and McKendree going the other way. Kent with it. Kent shoots one on as he gets hit after the shot. We have our first scrum of the game. Under 9 minutes to go here in the first period, and there is the first shot for the Bearcats.
That's kind of one of those iffy shots. It looked like it might have been going wide, but might as well put one up on the board. But I like the mentality from Maryville after that. Go ahead, have a little scrum, say something, do what you want, but then separate. They've shown that so far that they're the more quality team. They've got more skill. They're dominating this game. Don't allow McKendree to get you into any kind of penalty war.
Face-off won by the Saints as they look to exit the zone. Will Smith, he'll feed it for MacArthur. Bumped off the puck was Luke McLeod as he was the intended target. Nevertheless, it's inside the Bearcat zone. Gloved at. And we have a hand pass with 8:39 left here in the first period. So we had that first goal, Todd. We've had a little bit of back and forth, but not a ton of grade A opportunities for both teams.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of to be expected because Maryville hasn't played as clean a game as you would have liked to have seen. But they just took advantage of one mistake by McKendree.
McLeod with a nice move, able to keep that puck in are the Saints. Picking it up, Smith dances, Smith shoots, and a nice stop by Dulaire with 8:23 left to go. We were just talking about grade A opportunities. We haven't seen a ton of them in the last few minutes, but there was one right in the slot. Will Smith, who has a terrific shot, puts it right inside the chest of Dylan Dulaire.
That whole play was proof of why they say sports is a game of inches. Just inches away from an interception that would have taken it off of Jackson White's stick, led to a 2-on-1 the other way. Instead, it's a good scoring opportunity for Maryville.
Kept in by Garrett Hunter, makes a move at the blue line, feeds it back down low. Chad McElwain with it, using his body to protect the puck. Up top to the blue line, it's intercepted by the Bearcats as they exit the zone and get it in deep. Far side boards, Lucas Adams with it. Nice pass, it's in the skates. Sam Edwards. Timon Prexler helping him out, the defenseman, below the goal line. McKendree comes out with it. They'll float it off the ceiling, and we have another whistle. 7:40 left here in the first period. Not a lot of whistles, Todd, right?
Only a few.
Yeah, there's been a ton of whistles so far in this first period. Not a great start in terms of flow, but that is to be expected in the season opener. And in this season opener, it's been all Maryville Saints so far. They have a 1-0 lead thanks to Timon Prexler. Puck below the goal line. Two Bearcats down low. Tyler Shermer out front. That one off the side of the net. Felix Turcotte looking for his first goal as a Saint. We have another icing. 7:17 left here in the first period. We're at the Maryville University Hockey Center. A packed crowd as all the students of Maryville University wear black. It's a blackout here in Chesterfield, Missouri. A great atmosphere. You definitely want to be here at a Maryville hockey game at some point this season if you're tuning in right now and can't be here. Off the face-off shot on. That one blockered into the corner. Shermer battling for the puck. Able to get it to his man, Cameron Ware. Ware spins around to Shermer. Shermer back to Ware. Ware with it on his backhand, using his body. He loses the puck. Poking at the puck, Felix Turcotte. That one comes out of the zone. Here comes McKendree. McKendree in, a nice stop by Massera. That's the first shot, second shot of the game, but the first shot that Massera has really been tested on. Cole Bonnet with it as he skates up ice. Cross ice. Corpse able to get it in. Racing after the puck. It's TJ Prexler. Far side. McKendree breaks out. Kent with it on his forehand. Trying to make a move around Jackson White. Unable to get around the big sophomore defenseman. Far side half wall. Kent up top to the blue line. Sumner fighting for the puck. Jack Harrison also there. Sumner with it, and he'll throw it to the far side, or the near side, pardon me.
I gave him a 7.5 on that pirouette.
Well, Todd, I'm glad that you're keeping tabs on that kind of stuff. That one sent to the middle of the ice, and it's flung out of the zone. Chopping at it. Able to get it in is Noah Scrum. That one the length of the ice. No icing. Dulaire coming out of his net. Throws it up the near side wall. Able to pick it up is Timon Prexler. Prexler, the lone goal in this one. Garrett Hunter off the stick of McLeod. Will Smith to McLeod. McLeod looking for Jake Chartier, kept in by Smith. Sends it down low to McLeod. McLeod tangled up behind the net. Still chopping at the puck. McKendree comes out with it. Sauce pass off the stick. Timon Prexler back. Shot on, stopped by Massera. Puck comes around the near side. Chartier there. Chartier, with the help of Timon Prexler, get the puck out. Smith in. Smith. Oh, he whiffs on the shot. Picked up. Shot on again. And that one's smothered by Dulaire with 4:48 left to go here in the first period.
But again, there's a body right in the front. Toes basically either in the crease or just outside of it. And that makes those saves even more difficult for any kind of goaltender.
It's an offensive zone draw coming for the Saints. They win it. At the point, Corpse back down low. Lucas Adams on his forehand tries to stop the puck. So he takes a couple bumps. Near side at the blue line, comes out of the zone. Bonnet, nice move inside the neutral zone to his defense partner in Corpse. That one off the stick. Back down low. Dulaire throws it around. Errant pass, and that one is stopped by the netminder, Dylan Dulaire. 4:21 left to go here in the first period. Almost 2-0.
Yeah, the Saints are creating chances, and you feel like if they can just get one more clean look that they're probably going to be able to bury it.
So taking the face-off for the Saints is Chad McElwain from Calgary, Alberta. He loses the face-off. That one kept in by Corpse. McKendree inside the neutral zone, gloved down by Cole Bonnet. That one off the stick of Adams. Puck is loose, and it's poked out of the zone. Saints will go D to D.
Good step up, though, by Trevor Rohrig, because if he doesn't put a body on, I think the Saints come in unhindered and get a good look.
Rohrig bumped off the puck. That pass off a stick. Bonnet, far side to Corpse. Corpse wrist one on, and that one off a body, and it glances wide. In the corner, cycle game starts. Corpse, top of the circle. Bonnet, back to Corpse. Corpse finds Adams in the slot. That one squeaks in. They score! Lucas Adams makes it a 2-0 game. And with 3:34 left to go here in the first period, the Saints have a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to give it to Adams. He's the one that went through the celebration line first. Sam Edwards was right there on the doorstep. Looked like he might have put a stick to it, but I think he did the chivalrous thing, if you will, seeing that the puck was going to trickle over the line, let it go. Adams with the score, 2-0.
So a 2-goal lead, the worst in hockey, Todd, but if you're a Saints fan, I'm sure you will absolutely take that here in the season opener. Skating with it now for the Saints, Cameron Ware. Ware to his backhand, leaves it. Puck is loose. Dulaire trying to find it. Shot on, and that one is blocked and sent down the length of the ice. We'll get a whistle, icing called with 3:11 left to go here in the first period.
And that's really woken up this crowd. They were just looking for something to cheer for. The flow of the game or lack thereof had kind of put them into a bit of a lull. But now they're back into it. They're slapping up on the glass. Hopefully the fire marshal's nowhere to be seen. I'm pretty sure that's not up to code down by the ice, but still a good time for those involved.
Well, I was going to say for our benefit, it'd be great if they all sat down so we could see, but however, that is not the case. This is a rowdy bunch here at the Maryville University Hockey Center looking for something to cheer as there's a wraparound attempt. McKendree able to come out with it. Stepping up at the blue line. Jackson White, Massera will leave it for MacArthur. Will Smith battling for the puck. Far side. Kent able to come up with it for McKendree. He's taking a fall was one of the fans right in front of us. Hopefully he's okay. It looks like he is. Will Smith with it. Forehand. Far side. Smith using his body. He's taken out. Looking for a call. Kent with it. He'll dump it in for McKendree. Anson Smith, the lone man, forechecking for McKendree. Garrett Hunter flips it forward. Now forechecking is the Maryville defenseman. Timon Prexler at the big red M. Dances in. Prexler backhand, spins around. Oh, looking back door for Felix Turcotte. Turcotte down low. Cameron Ware. He loses his handle of the puck. And coming out with it are the Bearcats. Rosansky. He's knocked off the puck as he sends it to the far side. Oh, a huge hit. A massive hit by Cameron Ware. And going the other way are the Saints. 3-on-2. Turcotte. Shot on. What a glove save for Dulaire on Tyler Shermer, the freshman from Kearney, Nebraska. 1:29 left to go here in the first period. Still a 2-0 game. And another opportunity for the Saints with the odd man rush.
And again, good solid passing. I'd still like to see that shot taken from the middle because you push that down low so close to the goal line, it's going to be difficult to score from there.
Back for it is Colt Corpse. Fires one up the near side. Harrison with it. Harrison at the dot. Harrison drags. Can't get the shot off. Puck is still loose. Still loose as it trickles to the corner. Up top, Corpse. Wrist shot on. It's a flutter. Oh, what a pad save. Oh, another big save by Dulaire. Puck is loose again. Rebound. Shot on. Another one. What a stop by Dulaire as he sprawled out inside the blue paint. 1:02 left to go here in the first period. And Dylan Dulaire keeps it a 2-0 game.
And this is shades of last season when Dulaire just played out of his mind in this building. And he just seems to turn it up a notch on this ice. Unfortunately for him, it's usually in a losing effort. His team is behind right now, but not for lack of effort by the Bearcats goaltender.
Well, they say third time's a charm, and the Saints had a couple opportunities there to try and bang one home. However, Dylan Dulaire with a big stop as that shot right off the faceoff goes out of play. We'll do it all again here in the offensive zone for the Saints. McKendree wins it, rimmed around the boards. Ryan Radke, his rim does not get out. Far side, Adams with it on his forehand, using his body. Knocked off the puck, regains possession. Up top to the blue line, Bonnet, past the Corpse. Corpse, wrist one on, puck is loose, and that one comes back up top to the blue line. Corpse again, another shot. Taken by McElwain, and that one squeaks out of McElwain's possession. Cole Bonnet on his backhand, able to get that pass off. Adams cross-ice pass. Sam Edwards trying to track it down, stepping up his Corpse. He makes a move on the backhand down low. Bumped off the puck is captain Jack Harrison. Adams with it. Adams drops it. MacArthur, slap shot. That one doesn't make its way through. Kept in though. Shot on, and that'll do it for the period as time is wound down. 2-0. Saints lead heading into the first intermission. That was quite the first period to open things up here at the Maryville University Hockey Center.
Yeah, kind of bookended things. A lot of intensity right at the start, a little bit towards the end. Kind of a lull in the middle, but overall, given the result through 20 minutes, I think Maryville's coaching staff and the fans can't be too upset with how that first period went by. They're just going to have a few things that they need to clean up. But, I mean, it's the first game out of the gate. Yeah, you're going to have a few mistakes here and there, especially with as many new faces as the Saints have right now.
So a 2-0 lead for the Saints. 18 shots for the Saints, 3 for the Bearcats. We'll break this one down in our intermission report. Coming up next, don't go anywhere. You're watching Maryville Saints hockey right here on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network.
Coke with coffee. We blended Coke with rich coffee for one very good reason. Your afternoon pick-me-up routine needed it. Simple as that. Coke with coffee.
For the past 70 years, Lou Fuse has called St. Louis home, growing our dealership and community family, delivering the best experience.
Loufusc, where we'll treat you right, you'll see. RESPECT, get the respect that you'll need.
With 17 brands, 12 dealerships, thousands of new, certified pre-owned, used and motorsport vehicles, and millions of happy customers, Lou Fuse is here for you. Year after year, Lou Fuse has been proud to support youth athletics, honored to give back to community charities, and happy to deliver the respect and customer service you deserve.
Loufusc, treat you right for 70. Loufusc, it's our anniversary.
Come celebrate our 70th anniversary with us, with anniversary savings and specials all year long. And everyone gets the Fuse Family Promise, including warranties on new and Fuse certified vehicles, a money-back guarantee, and exchange policy.
Loufusc, where we treat you right, you'll see.
There's power in numbers. Number ones will cook you with that first step.
Your L, sir. Compliments of the chef.
Number 10s, more gold than Midas.
Midas who?
24s will live in your head. 33s put in so many hours, they'll be the first to defeat Father Time.
What you got, 33?
Time's up, old man.
Run it back. I said run it back.
50s, ice in their veins. And 87s are so good, they just set up shop in the end zone.
Next!
There's power in numbers. Take yours. Powerade. More power for 0 to 99, more power for me.
The day the world stopped was the day we found where to go. Lost together, we discovered ourselves again. And we realized that the things that matter deserve time.
That looks
From now on, we're not going to leave anything on our plates. Because we've learned to savor the moments that were always there. And they never tasted this good.
This is the MSHN Intermission Report, brought to you by the following. Arco Construction, the design and build people.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Maryville Saints Hockey Network, the Arco Construction First Intermission Report. I'm Andrew Marsh alongside Todd Panula. And Todd, a 2-0 lead for the Saints. Can't ask for anything else in the season opener.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't necessarily the cleanest of first periods played by either team, especially on the Bearcats side. Their discombobulation, some miscommunication, if you will, that directly led to that first goal by Timon Prexler. Everybody was kind of turned around, and they weren't really able to turn it around themselves within that first 20 minutes. Maryville did. They kind of calmed things down. The first 5 minutes or so was a little bit what I was worried about. I think they allowed too much of that electricity from the crowd to affect them. It took them out of their game a little bit. Once they finally calmed down, we saw a little bit more of what they could accomplish there in the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, you mentioned Timon Prexler in that first goal. Timon Prexler has been outstanding so far, especially in the offensive zone. He's been stepping up, he's been activating, and we usually, we see that all the time. He's a sophomore now, and we're probably going to see more of it this season. But he gets the first goal, and let's check out that first goal because that was a broken play. The shot in the slot, Timon Prexler steps up as Luke McLeod gets it. Look, that one hits right off the stick. Timon Prexler buries it past Dylan Dulaire, who, by the way, has been spectacular in this first period. I know it's a 2-0 game, but it could be a lot more if Dylan Dulaire did not make a couple of those grade A opportunity saves.
Yeah, I mean, he's swimming, fishing, whatever you want to call it. He's just flopping around in the crease, Dominic Hasek style, doing whatever he can to keep the puck out of the net. And if not for him, it could easily be 4-0, if not more than that.
And I'm sure he'd like that second goal back as we'll take a look at Lucas Adams. He gets the shot off, and this one looks like a little squibbler under the pad, right in the slot. A nice heads-up play by Colt Corpse at the blue line to find Adams in the high slot. That one made it a 2-0 game, and that is where we sit right now. It's been domination by the Saints as they have 18 shots on net in that first period, only 3 for McKendree. So we'll see how Johnny Macera holds up in the second period. I'm sure, as a goaltender, you want to see some shots. Of course, it's nice to, have the puck at the other end of the ice because, that means your team is, dominating essentially. But Johnny Macera, he's made a couple good saves as well when needed to. But like I said, Todd, 18 shots so far for the Saints. You got to like that.
Yeah, offensively, you can't ask for much more from the Saints. To your point about Johnny Macera, it's a tough sledding for a goaltender because obviously any goaltender will tell you the result is the main thing. If you have no shots on goal and you win the game, you're going to be happy. But a goaltender's a competitor too, and they want to have a little bit of action.
Right.
And you don't necessarily want that action to become like hot and heavy out of nowhere. And that was the worry about halfway through that period is the first shot going to be something grade A, and all of a sudden he hasn't even been tested yet. Didn't end up being that way. First shot of the game was an easy saucer save. Second one a little bit harder, but he's got himself in the game now, got a couple saves under his belt. Statistically, he might like a few more, but at least he's had that feel of the puck.
Absolutely, and the defense are doing a great job at stepping up at the blue line, taking their man away as they enter into the zone. And McKendree really hasn't generated any grade A scoring opportunities, so we'll see how things play out here in the second period. It's a 2-0 lead for the Saints as we enter into the second frame here at the Maryville University Hockey Center. We'll be back with period number 2 right here on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network.
A lot of the times, students that are thinking about entering our program, they have a lot of questions. They've done their research. A lot of the questions that the students have are based upon outcomes. Where am I going to be 4 years from now if I decide to be in the Rawlings Sport Business Management program? Here, I'll show you. Here's where our alumni work now. We have students working in the athletic department at universities. We have students working for sports teams. We have students working for sports agencies, whether it be an abstract marketing, a Learfield Sports, an IMG. Those are a lot of the organizations that are hiring our students. As we do have a lot of our alumni who do work for sports teams, whether it be the Houston Rockets, the Kansas City Royals, the St. Louis Cardinals, St. Louis Blues. Many of our students have worked for those agencies and continue to work for those types of organizations now.
This is the MSHN Intermission Report, brought to you by the following. Hogan Trucking, comprehensive transportation, straightforward solutions.
Game as we enter into the second frame. Timon Prexler and Lucas Adams, the two goal scorers for the Saints as they win the faceoff. D to D they go as Ben MacArthur with it. Far side, that one off the stick of TJ Prexler, able to grab it. Slotty waits, finds White. Oh, White whiffs on the shot. Going back for it at his own blue line. Ben MacArthur up to Prexler. That one intercepted. Able to corral it is Jackson White. MacArthur's pass goes behind Jack Harrison. We have an icing. 34 seconds into the second period.
I was hoping to get a little more flow to start the second period, but opening up with another quick whistle after having a lot of them in the first.
So Dylan Dallaire, he's seen 18 shots tonight. He stopped 16. Back for it, Nikita Uraslanov. Stretch pass, that one off the stick of Alexandrov. MacArthur trying to punch it forward. Bearcats able to send it around to the near side. White unable to get it out for the Saints. MacArthur to the far side. At the blue line, Saints able to break out under the stick of Jack Harrison. Harrison on his forehand in the corner. That one's sent around by Araslanov. Kept in by Chartier. Chartier to the slot. Zloty able to find the puck. He was looking to get that shot off in the high slot. Sends it back down low. Hunter. Ooh, that one right off the side of the net as it's sent around to the far side up top to the blue line. Kept in by Timon Prexler. Nice patience. Send it to the near side. Back door, they score! What a pass by Will Smith. And a little taparoo, Todd, by Jake Chartier. 3-0 Saints, 18:24 remaining in the second period.
Oh, tappy. Fantastic setup, though. Great pass right through the slot. Chartier was wide open. Nobody home on the backside. All he had to do was stick out the stick, keep the blade flat on the ice, knock it in, 3-0.
So the Saints win the face-off. Chartier trying to go around his man. And Price Dworin. Hunter with it. Inside of his own zone, looks up, finds Smith. Smith with speed, enters into the zone, driving the net in McLeod. Smith in, shot. That one off the glove, it's loose. Hunter with it. Hunter, his shot, another stop by Dallaire. Hunter trying to find McLeod back door. It skips over a stick. Here come the Bearcats. In, shot, that one off a stick and wide. Timon Prexler with it. Timon skates up ice. Hits the red line. Enters into the zone. Timon feeds it. Smith dances. McLeod, shot, that one blocked. Rebound off the pad of Dylan Dallaire. Up top to the blue line. Corpse with it. Finds Prexler. Back to Corpse. Corpse, forehand. Slap shot on. Rebound. Oh, that one goes just wide. Prexler again. His shot blocked. Rebound. Another stop by Dallaire. Puck is still loose, and the whistle has been blown as there's a pile in the blue paint. 17-16 left to go here in the second frame. 3-0 Saints. They almost made it 4. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Dylan Dallaire, another big stop as he is slow to get up, as it looks like he is grabbing his left side. We'll see if he's okay. Maybe just trying to grab the stick. He was swimming around in that blue paint, Todd, but came up with some big stops.
Yeah, he looked a little bit in discomfort to end the first period. I didn't really pay attention when he came out, but he's definitely kind of hunching over, favoring that either left ribs or elbow or something, but it's on that left side.
Colt Corpse, wrist shot on that one, off the backside of Lucas Adams as he picks up the puck. loses his handle. Corpse able to keep it in at the blue line. Drop pass. Edwards pass to Adams. Goes the other way. And now the Saints will skate from right to left. Adams in. Adams getting whacked at. Adams, taken down as he's trying to shoot. No call. No arm up in the air. The ref says, let's keep going, boys. Near side. Comes up top to the point. Bonnet. Over to Prexler. Oh, what a shot. That was Sam Edwards with the shot. These students hugging the glass were looking for another reason to bang on it. Corpse with it again. Floats it down low. Edwards. Forehand behind the net. Trying to bump him off the puck is DeWarren. He does a nice job as McKendree exits the zone, but a nice stick by Colt Corpse. Feeds it to his defense partner in Bonnet. And going the other way are the Saints. Adams in. Adams drags. Shot. Nice save by Dallaire and makes a second save with the pad. Under 16 minutes left to go here in the second period. Jackson White on his backhand. He'll go D-to-D with Ben MacArthur. Off the boards. It's picked off by Jerry Pan. Inside the zone and now outside the zone in the neutral zone. Trying to get around his man was Cameron Ware. Ware, forehand, still battling for it in the corner. Also down there as well are a couple Bearcats. Puck to the left of your viewing screen. And that one floated out of the zone. A bucket comes off as that is Jerry Pan who loses his helmet. 15-16 left here in the second period. A 3-0 lead for the Saints.
But most of this time, I've still been watching Dallaire, and he's still hunching over, favoring that left side. I mean, he's obviously a gamer. He wants to try to help his team in this contest, but he just looks in a lot of discomfort, if not pain. So I'd be surprised if he finishes this game out, quite frankly.
MacArthur, his pass off a body. That's Matthias Alexandrov. MacArthur's still with it as he makes a pass to the middle. Saints able to exit the zone. Here's Turcotte. Turcotte drops it for Ware. Ware tries to poke it forward. It's back to Turcotte. His backhanded pass goes off the boards. Kept in. Whiffing on it are the Bearcats. Another shot. And another stop by Dallaire. Up top to the point. White fakes the shot on his forehand. Looks, wrist one on, and it goes right into the glove of Dylan Dallaire as he is hunched over. That left side looks like it is hurting him, Todd. I'm surprised that they haven't made the switch in net because of what looks to be an injury.
Moments before the puck came into the zone, he was putting his hand up in the air like he was trying to get the attention of the bench. So I'm surprised that he's not just skating over, but rarely do players want to take themselves out.
And he's an absolute gamer, Todd, because he, after the fact of, grabbing at that left side, he's been making some unbelievable stops. In, Saints, shot, another save by Dallaire. Keeps it a 3-0 game. Here come the Bearcats as they floated into the zone. Garrett Hunter back for the Saints. Picked up by Jack Harrison. Harrison with it, floats it. That one's gloved down by Trevor Voida. Back forward is Timon Prexler. He tries to avoid the hit. But a nice hit by Cade Rosansky as we have another hit down in the McKendree zone. 13:41 left here in the second period. 25 shots for the Saints, still 3 for the Bearcats.
And if I'm Maryville, I want to try to phrase this correctly so it doesn't come off wrong, but as much as Dallaire is favoring that left side, they have to be aware of it now. I'd start taking some shots towards that side. I mean, maybe that's not necessarily the most sporting thing to do, but if he's going to showcase a weakness, you might try to exploit it.
Puck floats out to the middle of the ice. It squeaks inside the McKendree zone. McLeod battling for it down low. Bonnet, the defenseman, down low. And we have a whistle as the puck hits the ceiling. 13-18 left here in the second period. And it looks like he's talking to some of his players. I mean, he looks to be in some real discomfort, Todd. But he's playing through it. And like I mentioned a couple moments ago, he's still making some great saves as that one's rimmed around to the near side. Puck stays inside the zone. Picked up. Backhanded shot. Oh, what a save by Dallaire. Puck is still loose. Oh, my goodness. Dallaire, what's new? He robs Sam Edwards with 13:03 left to go. Near side. Sprawls out and makes the stop.
Now, if you flip the coin, you almost have to wonder if this situation, and the players are obviously aware of it, can this be somewhat of a catalyst for the McKendree Bearcats? They're starting to play with a little more fire in their game, sticking up for one another. They're seeing what their goaltender is doing. He is flat out the only reason they're in this game.
Absolutely.
But now they're starting to get a little bit of life.
So an offensive zone draw coming for the Saints. Taking the face-off, Chad McElwain, one of the newcomers here for the Saints. Comes up top of the blue line, a shot. That one off a stick. And, oh, it breaks a light. And we will have to probably take a break because there is some plastic and probably a light bulb on the ice.
All sorts of things are getting broke here. There was a Maryville sign that was broken before we even started. Now all of a sudden the light. It's been an interesting day for sure.
This will give Dylan Dallaire an opportunity to talk with his coaching staff and the trainer and see if they can help him out as we have 12:58 left here in the second period. 3-0 Saints lead. 27 shots for the Saints, 3 shots for the Bearcats. We'll take a break here on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network while the ice crew cleans up some plastic and a light bulb. And we'll be back right here in a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Maryville University Hockey Center. We're watching the Saints and the Bearcats on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network. A 3-0 lead for the Saints as we had a stoppage of play. One of the lights broke on the ceiling. Of course, a puck hit it. And there's a shot stopped by Dallaire. Down low in the slot. Oh, another pad save by Dallaire. Rebound on the backhand. Dallaire able to make the stop. And McKendree able to exit the zone. What a play. But an even better save by the McKendree netminder.
Yeah, I mean, he's putting up a performance here. 28 shots against, 3 goals allowed, but there wasn't too much that he could have done on 2 of those. As you mentioned during the intermission, maybe that second goal he would have liked to have had back, the Adams goal. But other than that, I mean, he is playing spectacularly.
That shot blocked. Stretch pass off the skate. And McKendree able to send it out of the zone. Here come the Saints. In. Shot. Arm is up. Will we get a penalty shot? No, we'll get a slash. 12-12 remaining here in the second period. And Todd, that's our first penalty of the game.
Which is kind of surprising, given the amount of hits that we've seen earlier in the game. But no retaliations to this point, and almost kind of a broken play the way that puck was bouncing. It wasn't even intended for Sam Edwards, but it just kind of got through over to the far wing. He had an open lane towards goal, and he made the Bearcats pay by taking a penalty, and we'll see if their man advantage can make them pay now and put another one on the board.
So that's Joe McCormick heading to the sin bin. The Saints have their first power play of the year. Prexler, top of the umbrella. Zloty with it. Shot on that one wide by Will Smith.
It kind of went off the heel. He didn't catch that cleanly.
Puck will trickle out of the zone. Prexler will grab it. Finds his man in Chad McElwain. Down low. Smith backhand to McElwain. To Zloty. Zloty, top of the key. Prexler. Thought about shooting with Sam Edwards. Prexler in, drops it. Edwards, top of the circle. Edwards, wrist one on off the stick of Dallaire. And it hits off the glass. Another stop by the McKendree netminder. Far side, back up top to the blue line. Walking the line. Prexler stops, opens up, looks, shoots one on. That one's blocked. And we have a whistle. 1:02 left to go in the McCormick minor. 11-14 remaining here in the second period. Still a 3-0 game.
And that was a showcase from Dallaire. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. He's been both here tonight because he didn't see that shot, but it still kind of hit either the shaft or the knob of the stick. Dislodged it from his blocker hand, but as long as the puck stays out, that's all that matters.
TJ Prexler with it. Near side, top of the circle, waiting. Finds White. Over to Adams. Adams back to White. White, wrist shot on. That one stopped. Puck is loose as it goes behind the net. Near side corner. Behind the goal line. Harrison with it. Protecting the puck. Spins away. Harrison fires one back up to the blue line. White with it. Over to Adams. In the slot, McLeod, and a nice block by Jerry Pan. McKendree unable to get it out. Second effort, they do. Chopping at it, Brad Richardson. But back for it is Jackson White for the Saints. He'll set up shot behind his own net and leaves it. Skating up ice, Luke McLeod. He'll drop it for White. Far side. Prexler with it. Prexler, McLeod down low. Adams, backhand. Oh, and a stop by Dallaire. And taken down is Lucas Adams. And that might have landed on Dylan Dallaire's left side. Let's hope he's okay. That glove hand side, that is the arm that he has been favoring, as there's 3 seconds left to go in the Saints power play. 10-15 remaining here in the second period. A good opportunity for Lucas Adams, but Dylan Dallaire able to make the stop.
Yeah, coming up with another big save, especially with traffic in his face, and his own teammate ended up on top of him after that play. But again, watching him get up, he couldn't put any weight on that left arm. He had to kind of shuffle his way around over to his blocker's side to push off to get himself back up.
McKendree able to clear it. And McCormick will race after the puck. Oh, and they blow an icing. The McKendree bench thought, our guy wasn't out of the box yet.
But they are going to put it at center, so I think they decided that there had been time on the clock when the puck was released.
10:07 remaining here in the second period. The Saints win the face-off. Colt Corpse to his partner and Cole Bonnet. Chip forward, in, shot. That one stopped. Far side. Saints able to maintain possession. Shot on, that one wide. Bonnet thought about pinching in as it's chipped out of the zone. Colt Corpse will go back for it. Picks it up on his forehand, looks up, skates to the near side at his own blue line. He'll punch it forward. That one inside the zone, going after it. The newcomer, Tyson Moore. He lays a big body alongside Cameron Ware. Corpse with it on his backhand that hits off a body. Bounces right back inside the Maryville zone. Bonnet in. Bonnet, forehand, drops it. Oh, using his body. And a shot wide was Tyler Shermer. Maryville getting physical here. Still with it. Garrett Hunter. Hunter, wrist shot. That one stopped by the blocker of Dallaire. Shermer unable to get the puck. Maryville chopping at it. And McKendree finally gets it out, and the bucket comes off. And are we going to have a fight? Cameron Ware, his first game as a Saint, is going to head to the sin bin. A little bit of a letdown for all the fans that are standing in front of us, Todd. But probably the wise decision not to get involved.
Yeah, and the Saints probably lucky if it's only Ware going to the box, because Shermer came over. He gave the McKendree player, Ben Anderson, a little bit of a shove from behind, almost put him into the body of Ware. So he could have easily gotten an extra penalty, but as of right now, it looks like it's going to be a Maryville penalty kill.
8:51 left here in the second period. 3-0. Maryville leads. McKendree, their first power play of the year. And an opportunity to get on the board and make it a 2-goal game. We talked about Dylan Dallaire all night long. He's been making some 10-bell saves for the Bearcats. He has kept them in this game. And now McKendree has an opportunity to cut into the lead, get their first goal of the season. McKendree still looking for their first shot of the period. So we're waiting for the time to be posted on the scoreboard. It is. It's a 4-minute power play for the Bearcats.
Yeah, that's somewhat of an interesting decision. I'm not really sure where the extra penalty would have come from.
Face off, won by Maryville. They exit the zone. That's Jake Chartier able to throw it down the length of the ice.
Roughing was the call, so I'm not really sure that I've ever heard of a double minor just for roughing.
That went off the stick. Racing after it, Jack Harrison. We've seen him have a couple shorthanded goals. So we'll see if the Bearcats can set anything up. Have yet to do so. Here they come. Entering into the zone, Rosansky around to the far side. Back down low. Breitshirt up top to the blue line. That one comes out of the zone. Able to keep it in is Trevor Voida. Inside the McKendree zone, he will elect to set up things up behind his own net. Wingers swing wide, stretch pass. That one bounces off the stick. Macera out of his cage to the backhand. Far side, Breitshirt with it. Down low. Breitshirt gets it back. No look pass to the center of the ice, and it's cleared by Jake Chartier. And Maryville will get 2 new players out on the ice. Stepping up, Garrett Hunter able to float it back. Dallaire gloves it down. Trevor Voida to the backhand. Behind his own net, he'll slow things down. 2:20 left to go in the McKendree power play. A little confusion here as they're wasting time off the clock. 2:10 now left on the power play, and they finally skate up ice. Near side pass, little give and go to the backhand. In, Maryville able to block that shot. Smith can't get it out of the zone. Up top to the blue line. Radke back down low, that one off the stick. Comes out loose, shot, that one wide. Radke pinches in on the backhand. Good job, keeps it in. Back to Radke, top of the blue line, wrist one on, that one off a stick and goes to the near side. Below the goal line, shot on and a big hit below the dots. Maryville able to get an odd man break. Here they come. Smith in. Smith forehand. Smith. Oh, what a stop by Dallaire. The flying poke check. And a good back check as well. Kent makes the pass. Rosansky in. That one trickles wide. Sent out of the zone. And back for it is Voida. Trevor Voida inside the blue line. He'll play it back as there's less than a minute to go now on the Bearcat power play. Bracert, he'll skate up ice with it. Far side, hits the blue line. Hits the red, chips it forward. Not enough as it's floated out of the zone. That one's sent back in, Massera. He's going to leave it for MacArthur. MacArthur sends it the length of the ice. 30 seconds remaining in the McKendree power play. Flip forward. Stepping up at the blue line, MacArthur, and MacArthur's going to take a penalty. 5-on-3 for 14 seconds in interference. MacArthur stepped up at the blue line and then whacked the stick away. And he will join Cameron Ware in the sin bin. 5:05 remaining here in the second period. 14 seconds until 5-on-4 once again. But for that 14 seconds, McKendree has a 5-on-3. We'll see if they can capitalize off the faceoff, Todd.
Yeah, just not necessarily a smart penalty, and maybe the McKendree player didn't have as good a grip on the stick as you might expect, but you've just got to be situationally aware. You're about to kill off a 4-minute penalty, just a few more seconds, and it would have been over, and instead now you find yourselves down by 2 men.
Unable to get it out of the zone, kept in by McKendree. Kent with it, back down low. Kent gets it back. Top of the key, shot on, that one blocked. Another shot, they score! As time expired on the 5-on-3, McKendree, a power play goal, their first goal of the season. It's a 3-1 lead now for the Saints. And Matthias Alexandrov gets things going for the McKendree Bearcats. A huge goal, and now the Saints have a 2-goal lead with 4:48 remaining here in the second period.
Yeah, and just as I mentioned, what seemed like just not a smart play obviously becomes more of a boneheaded play now, because you allow McKendree to get on the board, you break their shutout, and they have momentum. They've been kind of chipping away just a little bit within this period, allowing their goaltender to keep themselves in the game, and now they find themselves only down by 2 instead of all the momentum in the world being on the side of the Maryville Saints had they been able to kill off that 4-minute penalty. Now, statistically, they did, because that was a 5-on-4 power play goal, but ultimately it still ends up hurting you.
So the Bearcats, they break the ice. And that's always a huge thing, Todd. You want to get that first goal of the season. It kind of gets the monkey off your back, you know, whether you're a player or a team in general, to start things out. And this is a close game, and it's all thanks to Dylan Dallaire, and now his team has a goal for him. Just like that, here come the Saints. To the backhand, forehand, that one stopped by Dallaire. He has the stick active as he pokes another puck. 4:22 left to go here in the second period.
Yeah, and the Saints, they're still comfortably ahead, 2 goals. I know we joke around a lot, 2-goal lead is the worst in hockey. But ultimately, the way that the game has transpired to this point, 2 goals is still relatively safe. But on the flip side of that, Maryville does probably want to reestablish that 3-goal lead if they can.
Edwards loses his handle of the puck. Rosansky in, that shot off a stick and out of play. 4:07 left to go here in the second period. 31 shots on net for the Saints, 5 for the Bearcats. One of those just went in the back of the net, and that was a great shot actually by McKendree's Matthias Alexandrov, right under the bar. Shot on, that one wide. Saints pick it up inside the neutral zone. They enter into the zone. Zloty down low looking for TJ Prexler. Prexler to Harrison. Back to Prexler on his backhand. That one squirts loose, and McKendree will go the opposite direction. Far side, trying to make a move. Knocked down by Zloty. Trying to weave his way through was Nikita Arislano. Puck comes out of the zone. Going back for it is Cole Bonnet. Bonnet on his forehand, looks up, opens the hips as he finds his defense partner Colt Corpse. Chipped. McKendree, that pass off the stick of Ben MacArthur. We approach the 3-minute mark, left to go here in the second period. Flipped off the boards, 2-on-1. Here come the Saints. McLeod with Smith. McLeod, his shot, that one stopped by Dallaire. And with 2:54 left to go in the period, Dallaire with another stop keeps it a 2-goal game.
Very dangerous play there by the Bearcats. I believe that was Pan. He's got to be stronger on that puck. As we saw, it resulted in a 2-on-1 the other way, instead of him just cleanly taking the puck in the neutral zone. But Maryville just wasn't able to bury it. They've struggled to beat Dylan Dallaire overall, considering the amount of shots that they've had on goal.
Shot from the point, Smith in the skates. He's wrestling for it. Comes up top, White, wrist shot on. Guess who? Dallaire makes the stop. 2:41 left to go here in the second.
And that's probably one of the more easy saves he's had tonight, right into the breadbasket. White looked a little bit exasperated after taking that shot, and it really just kind of exploded off the toe of his stick, giving it elevation. He wanted to try to keep that down a little bit.
McLeod taking the face-off against Stephen Brasher. Near side blue line sent back down low. McLeod around to the far side at the blue line. MacArthur shot on, that one well wide. Chartier there at the hash marks. Unable to keep it in is Jackson White. He'll skate back for it. White to the backhand. He'll reverse it for MacArthur. MacArthur near side. Looks up, tries to make a pass to Chartier. Too far out front. Smith in on the puck. Smith with it. Looking back door, and that one goes right under a stick. McLeod gives it to the front of the net. Unable to make it through. Here come the Bearcats, an opportunity, and a good defensive stop. Good play by Timon Prexler. Oh, that one off a skate as it shoots its way back towards Johnny Massera. Saints in. Chartier shot blocked. Rebound. McLeod can't gather it. Has it again. Hunter. That one off the stick. Far side. Chartier trying to lay a body. And able to come out with it are the Bearcats. Brad Richardson knocked off the puck. That one floated into the neutral zone. A 2-on-2. Turcotte in. Turcotte looking for the sauce pass, and that one goes off a stick. Might have glanced off the stick of Tyler Shermer, who was driving the net. Either way, it ends up in the glove of Dylan Dallaire.
But that play about a minute ago by Timon Prexler defensively, that's the kind of play that's going to get Coach Hogan excited. Everybody loves to see the dangles and the moves that he can do offensively, but I know last year that was one of the gripes that he had was sometimes Timon Prexler as a defenseman didn't do enough defending. Well, right there, he got down, made sure to get back on the back check and take away a potential offensive play by McKendree.
Colt Corpse, his shot off of Turcotte. Bonnet finds Shermer. Shermer, oh, that one. Knocked away by Dallaire. Poke forward. Colt Corpse going back for it. Corpse with it. Forehand, looks up, near side off the boards, off the stick. That one flutters off the glass as Turcotte goes in, and Turcotte puts a leg out and trips up his man. No call. Fans looking for something to cheer about. Corpse keeps the puck in. Works his way down low. Turcotte fighting for space in front. Corpse with it again, up top. Bonnet, slap shot on. That one's good for 3 over the net. 15 seconds remaining here in the second period. Saints looking for a late period goal. Less than 10 remaining. As that puck squeaks around to the far side, sent around the boards. That will do it as time winds down in the second period. 40 minutes have gone by here at the Maryville University Hockey Center. Both teams grab a goal. 3-1 Saints lead heading into the third period. Todd, what are your quick thoughts here heading into the intermission?
Ultimately, I think it would have been a slight improvement over the first period for Maryville had they not had that interference penalty that allowed the goal to be scored by McKendree. But credit to the Bearcats, they've managed to finally get their feet underneath them a little bit. They've utilized a spectacular game by their goaltender thus far, and they find themselves only down by 2 goals. So they're in this one going into the third period, and given the way that the game has transpired to 40 minutes, that's about all they can ask for.
We'll break down the second period in our second period intermission report. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Maryville Saints hockey right here on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network.
Coke with coffee. We blended Coke with rich coffee for one very good reason. Your afternoon pick-me-up routine needed it. Simple as that. Coke with coffee.
There's power in numbers. Number ones will cook you with that first step.
Your L, sir. Compliments of the chef.
Number 10s, more gold than Midas.
Midas who?
24s will live in your head.
I'm home.
33s put in so many hours they'll be the first to defeat Father Time.
What you got, 33?
Time's up, old man.
Run it back. I said run it back.
50s, ice in their veins. And 87s are so good, they just set up shop in the end zone. There's power in numbers. Take yours. Powerade. More power for 0 to 99, more power for me.
What you want, Lou Fuse has got it.
For the past 70 years, Lou Fuse has called St. Louis home, growing our dealership and community family, delivering the best experience.
LOUFUSZ, where we'll treat you
With 17 brands, 12 dealerships, thousands of new, certified pre-owned, used, and motorsport vehicles, and millions of happy customers, Lou Fuse is here for you. Year after year, Lou Fuse has been proud to support youth athletics, honored to give back to community charities, and happy to deliver the respect and customer service you deserve.
L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, treat you right for 70. L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, it's our anniversary.
Come celebrate our 70th anniversary with us, with anniversary savings and specials all year long. And everyone gets the Fuse Family Promise, including warranties on new and Fuse certified vehicles, a money-back guarantee, and exchange policy.
L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, where we treat you right, you'll see.
The day the world stopped was the day we found where to go. Lost together, we discovered ourselves again. And we realized that the things that matter deserve time.
For two.
From now on, we're not going to leave anything on our plates. Because we've learned to savor the moments that were always there. And they never tasted this good.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second intermission report. I'm Andrew Marsh alongside Todd Panula. Maryville Saints taking on the McKendree Bearcats. And Todd, we have a 3-1 game. Both teams putting the puck in the back of the net in that second period.
Yeah, and I said it before we went to break that Maryville really had an opportunity to pull a huge stranglehold on this game had they managed to hold on to either a 3-goal lead or maybe even push it to 4 within that period. But overall, throughout the 20 minutes, Maryville played a solid brand of hockey. It was just that kind of misstep to where they put themselves behind the 8 ball, taking a foolish penalty. They were down 5-on-3. It ended up being a 5-on-4 power play goal that came at 15-16. But it was a great shot, to your point, Marshy, by Alexandrov to put McKendree on the board.
Well, let's talk about the first goal of that period, and that was Jake Chartier. Made it a 3-0 game and an excellent pass from Will Smith. Chartier basically just had to put a stick on the ice and just redirect that pass right into the back of the net.
Yeah, we see right here, as you said, just a little tap in. They don't come much easier there for Chartier, but you'll take it. First goal of the season for him. They gave the team a 3-goal lead at the time, and just a fantastic setup. Quick release right from the near side dot on the pass, finding the right through the seam. Just a little easy tap-in goal to make it 3-0 at the time.
Yeah, and you mentioned that Alexandrov goal as well, coming on the power play. It was a 5-on-3 for 14 seconds, and then it turned into a 5-on-4 at the last second. Alexandrov able to put that right under the bar past Johnny Macera, who I'm sure was eager to get a shutout here on opening night. However, that is not the case. It's a 2-goal lead for the Saints. And the story all game long has been Dylan Dallaire. He's been playing fantastic for the Bearcats, keeping them in this one. But he's been laboring a little bit that left side.
Yeah, we saw it a lot during the second period. I saw him take a little bit of a bump or knock at the end of the first period. I don't know that it's necessarily the same thing related, but he got run into. He kind of tried to make a scramble play, and all of a sudden he was really favoring that left side. I don't know if it's a hip, an arm, what have you. We just know that he couldn't really put a whole lot of weight on that left arm when he was down and trying to push himself up. But so far, it really hasn't affected him that much. They've tested that side. They've tried to go glove side. He's still managing to make the saves, which is really quite spectacular when you think about it, because he just looks uncomfortable, like he wouldn't be able to move properly. All of a sudden, a shot comes in, and he's ready for it.
Well, there's only one simple answer for that, Todd. He's a hockey player. We have the third period coming up for you next. It's a 3-1 lead for the Saints. We'll be back right here at the Maryville University Hockey Center. You're watching Maryville Hockey right here on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network.
A lot of the times, students that are thinking about entering our program, they have a lot of questions. They've done their research. A lot of the questions that the students have are based upon outcomes. Where am I going to be 4 years from now if I decide to be in the Rawlings Sport Business Management program? Here, I'll show you. Here's where our alumni work now. We have students working in the athletic department at universities. We have students working for sports teams. We have students working for sports agencies, whether it be an abstract marketing, a Learfield Sports, an IMG. Those are a lot of the organizations that are hiring our students. And we do have a lot of our alumni who do work for sports teams, whether it be the Houston Rockets, the Kansas City Royals, the St. Louis Cardinals, St. Louis Blues. Many of our students have worked for those agencies and continue to work for those types of organizations now.
This is the MS.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the third period. I'm Andrew Marsh alongside my partner in Todd Panula.
At least I wasn't doing anything foolish.
Not this time, Todd. You're a responsible adult.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. We're just glad that our other partner in Chuck Kraus wasn't on screen with us today. He's sporting a red jacket. No, he is not a part of the Cardinals Hall of Fame.
He's doing his best to impersonate one now.
Yeah. There he is down by the McKendree bench wearing that red jacket. We await the Saints to take the ice as well as the Bearcats. We have a 3-1 game here at the Maryville University Hockey Center. And Todd, what did you take away from that second period from both teams? We'll start with the Bearcats. Personally, I thought they played with a lot of intensity in that second period compared to the second. I mean, yeah, they only put up 3 shots on net once again. One of them went in the back of the net. But like you said during that second frame, it seems like they're getting a little bit of a spark from their netminder.
Yeah, and it's kind of an odd situation to have that come about, but that really seemed to kind of spark them a little bit. Once they weren't playing all that great just with Dallaire standing on his head. All of a sudden they see that he's laboring and favoring something on that left side that we still don't really know what it is. Then all of a sudden they found a little bit of an extra spark, a little bit of a next level to their game. They started picking up, matching some of the physicality that was put out there by the Saints. And now they find themselves on the board getting that power play goal. Whether that power play was earned or not, that can be debated, but it doesn't matter. They managed to take advantage of the situation that was presented to them, and they find themselves only down by 2. Now, whether they can continue that momentum into the third is the question.
And what about from the Saints' perspective? I thought that first period they came out with a little bit of a jump in their step, a little pep in their step. In that second period, that early portion of that period, it seemed like it was all Maryville, but after time sort of dwindled down, McKendree, they kill off a big power play. That first power play went to the Saints. It seemed like McKendree started to somewhat take control of that game, and then not control, but it seemed like they were getting a lot more opportunities.
Yeah, and I think it's a subconscious thing. I don't really think that they're thinking about it. But the energy level that's in the building kind of matches what's going on the ice. Now, it's a chicken and the egg scenario. Which one came first? What affects what? but there's more people kind of sitting down. There's a little bit more of an even keel in the building, and I think that kind of matched what Maryville did on the ice. Now maybe they're reacting to the crowd. Maybe they don't feel that same electricity flowing through them, so to speak. But they've got to manage to kind of put themselves out on the ice, find a different way to get things done, because McKendree's not going to go away. And they're playing against a spectacular goaltender here. And they've got to find a way to beat him and manage to get a stranglehold back onto this game.
Well, both teams take the ice. The fans are, like you said, Todd, not as enthused as they were before the game started. I, for one, I'm not going to say I'm not going to complain by any means. It means that we can see the ice, which is always fun.
It helps.
It helps to see the ice if we are going to call the game. We do have a few spectators that have been standing throughout the entire game, and they're probably just trying to get to their feet a little bit earlier if the Saints were to score a goal.
Yeah, that would definitely re-energize this crowd, because we've said it a few times that they're looking for something to cheer for. We've heard the roar every time that the Saints put somebody into the boards, but I mean, when you've got a goaltender in Dylan Dallaire that's keeping them off the board for a good portion of this game. The third goal came way back at 1:36 of the second period, so almost that entire second period without a goal and anything to cheer for. But ultimately, now it comes down to the third.
And the third period is underway. 3-1 lead for the Saints. And that's kept in by Zloty. Nice move. Zloty now loses the puck. Kept in again at the blue line. Jack Harrison. Down low, TJ Prexler. Prexler, he's bumped off the puck. Able to help him out as his captain and Jack Harrison. Timon Prexler's shot. That one off a stick. Hits the ceiling. Manages to miss a few lights, unlike in the second. And with 19:34 left to go here in the third frame, we have a whistle.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to how they get that repaired.
I mean, that thing's, it's kind of dangerous. It's just dangling there.
Right. But I guess you got to drive a cherry picker out there or something.
You got to get a big ladder, Todd. That one's poked away. Racing for the puck, Alexandrov. He looks to lift the stick. That pass hits off a stick, and another pass down low. Puck's been very jumpy tonight. I've noticed that right from the get-go. As that one hops over the stick of Jerry Pan. Pan rims it around the boards. Near side, blue line. Able to grab it. Brad Richardson. He'll float it in. Coming out of his net. Making the stop is Johnny Massera. 18:59 left to go here in the third period. 3-1, Saints lead.
A little bit of a cute play there by Massara, just straight off the blocker into the glove. But again, he's only faced 8 shots, 7 saves for him, so he's trying to keep himself engaged.
Cade Rosansky loses the faceoff to Luke McLeod. Corpse around the boards. That battle won by the defense. Nikita Araslanov. Taken by Smith. He's whacked at. Smith with it. Smith drops it. Bonnet. Slot. Oh, what a save! Oh, my goodness. Dylan Dallaire does it again. Whistle blown. Penalty coming. It looks like the Saints will be heading to the power play.
And this is a perfect opportunity now for Maryville to reestablish that 3-goal lead. You put one up on the board here quick. We've seen the passing working very nicely for the Saints.
So Luke McLeod taking the face-off for the Saints. He wins it. TJ Prexler to White. Lucas Adams, near side circle, shot on, that one blocked. Rebound, they score! To his back, the captain, Jack Harrison, extends the lead. It's now 4-1, and the Saints have their first power play goal of the year. None other than Jack Harrison. 18:22 remaining here in the third period. There's the dab, and there's the jump to the glass, and now the fans are back on their feet, Todd.
Yeah, just wasting absolutely no time. A couple quick shots right off the face-off, I should say, and then Harrison is right there to clean it up. And Dallaire he had no idea what was going on. He's looking around like, how did that go by? But that's what you have to do. You have to make them pay once they go into the penalty box, and the Saints now pick up a power play goal.
So Hunter skates in. Hunter, the defense, drops it. Shot on that one, well wide as it rims around the boards, comes out of the zone, and Timon will go back for the puck. 18 minutes left to go here in the third period. Jack Harrison makes it a 4-1 game, a power play goal. Timon in, Timon shoots, scores! Prexler, his second of the game! And Timon Prexler makes it a 5-1 game.
That was such a weird play. It was almost like the Bearcats thought that there was going to be a whistle. Everybody just kept backing off and kind of standing up. Prexler just had his way. I mean, he didn't even have to push past anybody. He just cut right in towards the slot, buried an easy shot. I mean, nothing that Dallaire could do about that. Prexler had all day to eye that one up and put that one high to the glove side.
So Timon Prexler, his second goal of the game, extends the lead. It's now a 4-goal lead for the Saints. The season opener here at the Maryville University Hockey Center, taking on their longtime rival in the McKendree Bearcats. Corpse with it. He'll float it in. Back for it. Rimming it around is Ryan Radke. Kept in. Corpse, wrist shot on, and a nice stop by Dylan Dallaire as he challenges that shot, makes the stop. And with 17-18, we have a whistle. 36 shots for the Saints tonight, 8 shots for the Bearcats.
And the positive for getting those 2 quick goals beyond the obvious, pushing your lead even higher, is that you take away some of the aura that Dallaire had managed to build up for himself. Despite the fact that Maryville had the lead, you start kind of creeping in with that thought of, like, how do we beat this guy? I mean, yeah, we've got a few by him, but he's been unbelievable outside of that. Now you get a couple quick ones into your belt here in the third period, and you can just kind of settle in.
Cross-eyes pass. MacArthur dances, loses the puck. As that's Trevor Rohrig able to get it out of the zone. Jackson White with it inside of his own zone. He'll go and feed it over to Tyler Shermer. Cameron Ware to the backhand. Around the net. Ware feeds one out front. Whistle blown. 16:33 left to go here in the third period. Still a few bodies down there in the blue paint.
And we got a little bit of a taste there of what Cameron Ware is going to offer this program. He's got to put on a little bit more size. He's a little bit thin right now, but he's a redwood in terms of his height, but blazing speed as well.
We've seen him use his body to protect the puck. Prime example of that on that last play. Saints win the faceoff. Prexler looking for the Hattie. Takes a slap shot and scores! It may have went off a Saint, possibly a McKendree defender, but Jack Harrison leads the charge to the bench. And it looks like it's going to be number 5's goal. Jack Harrison, his second of the night with 16:28 remaining here in the third period. His second leap into the glass. And now a 5-goal lead as this one is starting to get out of hand here at the Maryville University Hockey Center. 3 quick goals in the first 3.5 minutes of the third period.
Yeah, now we've got a situation where I'm actually a little bit surprised. You wondered about the injury up to this point. Now all of a sudden you've got 6 on the board. I'm surprised that McKendree hasn't decided to make a goaltending change just to get Dallaire out of there, give him a little bit of a respite, but doesn't appear to be the case.
Harrison in, no offsides. feed, shot, goal. TJ Prexler cleans up the loose change in front of the net, and with 16:08, another goal on the board for the Saints. It's now 7-1 Maryville.
Yeah, and his teammates are consoling him, talking about Dylan Delaire. I mean, he had a spectacular 40 minutes, but the defensive lapses finally have caught up to the Bearcats, and some of the saves that were bailing them out are not there right now, and that's no fault of the goaltender. It's just Maryville finally capitalizing, just kind of getting the roll of the puck in their favor here in the third period.
The timeout taken by the Bearcats, and probably a much-needed one. Going back to Dylan Delaire, I mean, he's made those key stops, and it's the second chance effort by the Saints that have helped him put the puck in the back of the net so often in this third period. 4 quick goals in the first 4 minutes of this period. That first one by Jack Harrison, and he spins around and puts one in after a shot from the point. That last one, it was just sitting there, no one in front to pick up TJ Prexler, who puts it away for the 7th goal of the game for the Saints.
And I kind of think that Harrison goal really took the wind out of the sails, especially for Delaire. You looked at his body language, and he was just kind of looking around like, how did that even happen? And all of a sudden, we've seen 3 more goals put in since then. So I think that really kind of popped the bubble.
Another save, and puck is smothered, and now here comes a little frustration.
And I fully understand why McKendree's frustrated, but you also like the positioning for Maryville as well. I mean, until the whistle goes, you're more than welcome to be in a legal area of the ice going for a potential loose puck. Now, obviously, goaltenders never like it when you take any extra jab when they think they have it covered, but until the whistle goes, it's all fair game.
Prexler at the point, feeds it to the far side, shot on, right into the glove of Delaire. 15:42 remaining here in the third period. Not the third period I was quite expecting, Todd. I'm not going to lie to you.
No, yeah, it's definitely been a big turnaround. I honestly expected it to stay 3-1 for quite a while. Maybe Maryville would get a goal 7-8 minutes in. Instead, they barely took 90 seconds to get on the board.
Becerra out of his net. He'll leave it behind the net for Timon Prexler. Lifts the stick, comes out with it. Sauce pass near side. That pass off of a skate does come out of the zone, and bringing it back inside the zone is Chad McElwain as he fights his way through. Sam Edwards. Edwards, that pass over to Lucas Adams off a stick, kept in by Garrett Hunter. Adams taken down. Oh, here's Garrett Hunter. He's getting feisty over there on the McKendree bench. Trying to fight someone on the bench, Todd.
Yeah, I caught the tail end of that. I mean, they were going at it for a good 4 seconds or so before the linesman stepped in. Now, the referee put his arm up in the air. He's just watching it all transpire, but that was just kind of an odd situation. I don't know what spurred it. I don't know if somebody had a stick out a little too far for Hunter's liking, but there's going to be matching penalties in terms of the bodies that end up in the box. And now Timon Prexler's going over towards the bench. Maryville just needs to stay away from that area. I don't know why Timon Prexler needs to be over there, but
well, at first, of course, you know, we're watching the puck, watching the play, and Lucas Adams is using his body down low. Everyone starts cheering. I'm like, well, I guess it's a pretty good play. You know, using his body, everyone's aware. Little did I know that Garrett Hunter was about to step onto the McKendree bench to throw some punches.
And I saw it a little bit longer than you did, just because I was trailing the play, so I managed to kind of have my eye caught by it. But But yeah, I don't know what spurred that. And then the officials were over there checking by the McKendree bench, so I don't know if there was somebody shaken up. The trainers aren't looking at anybody. I think it's all just kind of go by the wayside, wash each other out, but that's kind of one of those situations to where, from a coaching standpoint, Coach Hogan is going to say, what did you need to do that for? Now, when you're in the heat of the battle and you feel like something happened that you didn't like, I understand why Hunter did what he did, but given the situation in the game, Maryville would prefer not to be losing one of their top defenders.
So whistle blown, icing called, 14:51 left here in the third period. We'll have a face-off far side of the ice. Offensive zone draw coming for the Saints. They win it. Shot on, blocked. That was Turcotte trying to wrist one on. Sent around the boards. Both teams chipping at it, chopping at the puck. Trying to dangle his way out of the zone. There's Trevor Voida. McKendree with it. Cross-ice pass, that one off the stick of Ben MacArthur. Chopped at. Right inside the Maryville zone. Shermer. He takes a hit, able to move the puck around the boards. It's now in the skates of Turcotte. But Cameron Ware able to come out with it. Cameron Ware using his body, still with it. Fighting his way below the dots. Ware with a reverse hit, shot on that one. Off the glove of Dallaire.
I think if this game was a little bit closer, Ware could have drawn easily 2 penalties on that play because he got the stick up near the hands a couple times, but given the fact that it's a 6-goal difference, the referee's not going to allow a power play to happen for Maryville unless it's something really egregious.
Offside called. TJ Prexler trying to float the puck in. It hit right off the back of Jack Harrison. 13:36 remaining here in the third period. A 7-1 lead, 4 goals in 4 minutes for the Saints here in the third period. Backhanded around the boards. TJ Prexler in on the forecheck. Picked off by Zloty. Bonnet, wrist one, that one off a stick, and a little dribbler towards Dallaire. He makes the stop. 13-18 remaining here in the third. So a hot start for the Saints here in the 2022-2023 ACHA campaign. Puck is loose after the faceoff. Up top of the blue line. Bonnet, his shot. Stays on the ice. It's blocked. McKendree comes out with it. They have numbers, but there's a few Saints who are back checking. They do get back, and that pass goes just past the stick of Blake Martin as Dallaire will settle things down for Martin. Zloty in on the forecheck. Harrison there as well. That one goes off the boards, comes out of the zone, and MacArthur will go D-to-D with Timon Prexler. One-touch pass. Zloty in, loses his handle of the puck. Ben Anderson loses his puck. That one able to squeak out of the zone. Timon Prexler with it, shielding the puck with his body. And here come the Saints once again. TJ Prexler. Prexler in. Prexler trying to find MacArthur driving the net. And that one is smothered by Dallaire. 12:22 left to go here in the third period. Maryville with 40 shots on net. McKendree with 8.
But you like to see what Maryville's doing because they're keeping their foot on the gas. They don't have it to the floor because there's no need for that. But you also don't want to get into a scenario where you're just trying to cycle the puck around and then you make all sorts of silly mistakes in the process. Keep playing your game. Allow McKendree to try to defend if they can. But if you have an opportunity to get another goal, then so be it, as we've got more physicality coming up here.
Yeah, that was a huge step up by Ben MacArthur. Interested to see what the call is going to be. It could be a charge. It looked like a clean hit, but, of course, if he took a few too many steps, that could be the call. We'll see what it is by the referees.
Yeah, MacArthur going into the box. He's looking around, but, yeah, charging will be the call. So a good spot by you, Marshy.
I figured that could be the only call there was to give, Todd. I mean, I thought it was from a contact standpoint, it didn't look like it was a hit that was targeting the head. So I did my deductive reasoning? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't used that word since I was in school.
But you never know in hockey because referees like to see a play and they're just like, well, that looked like something wrong, so we'll just attach something to it.
There's a block shot by Bonnet. That rebound attempt goes wide. Here come the Saints. Shorthanded. That one smothered by Dallaire. 11:52 left to go here in the third period.
That would have been an interesting play for Captain Jack to get a hat trick on a shorthanded goal, but just couldn't get himself freed from his opposing stick to get a good shot off.
McKendree wins the faceoff. Below the dots, they'll slow things down. Another power play for McKendree. They scored on their last opportunity. It was a 5-on-3 for 14 seconds. They capitalized as that 5-on-3 dwindled down. So the power play goal ended up being a 5-on-4 power play goal. Nikita Alexandrov, the only goal tonight for the Bearcats. 11:20 left to go here in the third period. As the Bearcats skate up ice near side, they make the pass. That one intercepted and sent back the length of the ice. Dallaire coming out of his net as McLeod gives chase. Trevor Voida behind the net. Sauce pass. Finds Alexandrov to the middle. That one off a stick of Lucas Adams. Adams swipes at the puck, chops at it. McCormick sends it around to the far side at the blue line. Shot on. Macera able to make the stop. And now we have a little altercation after the whistle. 10:41 left to go here in the third period. 7-1 lead for the Saints. 28 seconds remaining on the McKendree power play.
And again, from the Maryville perspective, you're up by 6 goals. You need to not engage in this stuff. And it's sitting up here in the booth, that's obviously easy to say. It's a whole different story when you're down there in the thick of it. But they also need to realize that they're playing these same guys tomorrow. Don't give McKendree any kind of mental edge going into their first home game of the season.
After the draw, Maryville able to pick it up. Cole Bonnet sends it off the glass. And that'll go down the length of the ice. Dallaire on his backhand. Pressuring is Jake Chartier. No one there on the far side. Chartier lifts the stick. Chartier tries to drag it, but McKendree going the opposite direction. Anson Smith bumped off the puck. Going to be a foot race. Dallaire comes out of his net, and he'll fire it in the neutral zone. Turned over. Chartier able to place it back into the corner. Smith using his body, protects the puck, makes a move. Smith loses his handle of the puck. Trying to cycle it down low are the Saints. Shot from the blue line. Cole Bonnet. Shermer slaps at it. Out of his cage is Johnny Macera. Off the skate of Tyson Moore. Going to pick the puck up for the McKendree Bearcats I don't have a number here, Todd. No. Davenport. That's Jonathan Davenport. Thanks for the help, Todd. 9:15 left to go here in the third period. 7-1. Maryville leads. Here's Turcotte. Felix Turcotte skating up ice. Near side. His shot blocked. Behind the net, Cameron Ware. Wrist one goes off the side of the cage. Stepping into one. Oh, what a save. That's a pad save by Dylan Dallaire. Didn't even go down in the butterfly. Hit right off the pad. Another shot. That one stopped. Harrison. Oh, he is smoked. Big hit by Jonathan Davenport. 2-on-1. Break shirt in. Shot. That one stopped by Massera. Flung forward from left to right. Going back for it is Jerry Pan. Jerry Pan bumped off the puck. To the near side. Back to the far side. To the middle of the ice. Chip forward and sent in. Massera able to corral the puck for his defenseman and Cole Bonnet. He'll play it back. Things are getting a little chippy here as we approach the 8-minute mark left to go in the third period. Cole Bonnet was the receiver of that pass and went right under his stick, so the puck stays in. Near side corner, down low. Both teams whacking at it. McKendree comes out with it. However, it's intercepted by Maryville. Near side. To the far side. MacArthur down low. He's searching for a goal. He's poking at it, and now the puck's sent around the far side boards. It hits off the glass, and it comes out of the zone, the neutral zone. Transitioning. Here come the Saints. Spinning away, Sam Edwards. Edwards backhand. That one kept in. Adams tries to play it forward and dance around the defender. He can't. He's knocked off the puck. McKendree with it. Oh, a big hit right inside the McKendree zone. Shot on, and another save by Dylan Dallaire with 7:09 remaining here in the third period.
You were talking about the chippiness that's kind of creeped in here in the third period. That's why I like the reaction or lack thereof from Jack Harrison. Leadership by example. When he got blown up there, a lot of times you'll see other players stand up, go right after the guy that did it. Harrison stood up, realized that it was hockey play, went about his business. He's showing his teammates how to react in those situations. You don't necessarily need to get the number on the truck every single time. Sometimes you just live to fight another day. If you manage to get him back later on, so be it, but you don't have to do it right away.
Chad, it's the first game of the season for all these players. And it's obviously the first game of the season for us as well, Todd.
Yeah,
you know what?
I zoned out when you were asking about a player number. I was just like, what?
I just called you Chad. I don't know why. But it's okay because last year you said my last name wrong. So we are now even. We are now even, and that feels good, Todd. That one blocked as the Saints exit the zone. Jack Harrison with it. Hits the blue line. Harrison, far side, opens up, and he gets smoked into the boards. Lots of hits here in the third period. And that one's floated. Bouncing puck, Massera, he'll play it. Jackson White and Jack Harrison now getting tangled up with Trevor Rohrig. And there goes your little speech, Todd, as Jack Harrison gets tangled up with
Well, he had two guys around him. I mean, what's he supposed to do? You got to stick up for yourself every now and then.
Oh, Todd, it's good to have you back. It's good to see you.
I'm just going to zip it up. It's usually what happens every time I make a point. It's something the opposite ends up happening.
6:07 left here in the third period. 7-1, the Saints lead. A couple guys sitting in the old penalty box. 4 minutes to Jack Harrison. 4 minutes to Trevor Rohrig. So we have 4 minutes until these guys can step off the ice. We'll see if it's 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. I think that's what they're trying to figure out right now. John Hogan wearing the quarter zip and the blazer. A new red quarter zip. I have not seen that one. That must be new this year, Todd.
Yeah, everybody seems to be getting new gear this year.
We are wearing the same old suits as we did the previous two.
Got to go with what you can afford.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely correct. 6:07, third period. Face-off won by McKendree as they battle for the puck. Far side. Maryville able to toss it out of the zone, going back for it. Using the boards. Nice play to avoid pressure. Blake Martin. Jake Chartier chips it in. Martin back. Forehand. MacArthur, wrist shot on. A nice stop by Dallaire. MacArthur back up top to the blue line. Kept in. White opens up. Shot on. Oh, Zloty looking for his first goal as a Maryville Saint. 5:30 remaining here in the third period. So what was 4 minutes a couple minutes ago when we were telling you about the penalties appears now it's 2 minutes because there's 1:09 remaining on those two offsetting calls. We have a whistle. 5:14 remaining here in the third period.
I think that not the shot that just got frozen, but the previous one, I think that re-injured Dallaire on that windmill attempt because he seemed to be really favoring that left side, whereas earlier in the third period, it seemed like it had kind of worked itself out a little bit.
McKendree able to come out with it after the face-off. Kent, he'll chip it in off the glass, going back for it. Timon Prexler still with it. Tries to jump away from Kent. TJ Prexler with it. Timon's brother. TJ enters into the zone, feeds it to Timon. Timon on his backhand, floats it up in the air. It's gloved down. Kept in? No. Offside warning. Going back for it now are the Bearcats as Trevor Voida will pick it up. Voida makes a move inside of his own zone. Voida looks up, makes the easy pass. That one intercepted. Corpse with it. In. Has TJ Prexler driving. That one goes just past his stick. Timon now as the puck hops over his stick. Kept in. Corpse. His shot blocked. Corpse over to Timon. Timon looking for the hat trick. That shot blocked. TJ with it. TJ to Will Smith. Smith up top to the blue line. Feeds one over. Bonnet to Smith. Smith shot blocked by Voida. Voida's pass intercepted. Smith backhand. Smith. Oh, what a blocker stop by Dallaire. Puck is still loose below the goal line. Getting his pocket picked was newcomer for the Saints and Chad McElwain. Glove down by Timon Prexler. Prexler steps up at the blue line, floats it forward. McElwain off his skate. Smith with it. Will Smith up to Timon. Timon lost the puck for a second, able to punch it back down low as he will change. His brother TJ there trying to secure the boards. However, he can't. Cole Bonnet with it inside of his own zone. 3:20 left to go here in the third period. McElwain unable to get the puck inside the Bearcat zone. Glove down, D to D. That pass off a stick. Good second effort by Blake Martin as he's able to get the puck out of his own zone and get a change. MacArthur at the red line. He'll enter into the zone. The defense shot on, waffle boarded into the corner and out of play. 2:50 left to go here in the third period. 7-1. Maryville leads, and they're well on their way to their first victory of this new season.
Yeah, and it's going to be one of those games from a coaching perspective. Coach Hogan is going to have a lot of things that he's going to be able to point to, say we didn't do this well, we didn't do that well, we could have improved on this. But ultimately the scoreline is going to speak for itself in terms of the full 60 minutes.
That one chipped out of the zone. 2:45 remaining here in the third period. Up the boards, picked off. McKendree looking to add on to their total of goals. Maybe sneak one past Macera, who's looked pretty sharp so far. There's a shot on. Nice blocker stop as Alexandrov looking for his second goal of the game. Lucas Adams in. Adams drags to the backhand. Adams waits. Oh, he can't get the shot off as he's taken down behind the net. A high hit, no call. As we approach the 2-minute mark left to go here in the second period, or the third period. McKendree with it, out front, intercepted. Sam Edwards in all alone. Edwards trying to make a move around the defender. He will elect to slow things down. Finds a man out front, driving the net. Cameron Ware, and that one goes over the net, and the net comes dislodged. And oh, here we go. After the whistle, the extracurriculars, school is back in session. 1:44 left to go here in the third period, and we have a scrum going down to the ice.
Trying to get some of those extra credit points.
That is Tyler Shermer. Well, and you'd think one of the officials would maybe jump in like that linesman just did and
that's kind of what
maybe break it up instead of standing there.
That's kind of what I thought when Hunter was going at it with the guy over on the bench. And they just kind of let it go. As it looks like Ware and one other player from Maryville's going to go off to the locker room.
Nothing out of the ordinary, Todd. Of course, as time dwindles down here in regulation, you would think that it would get a bit chippy. We'll see if that will carry over into tomorrow night's game, which will be hosted by the McKendree Bearcats.
But again, it's one of those things to where in hindsight, you kind of need to be a little bit smarter if you're Maryville, because I don't think anything that has transpired would have an effect on tomorrow's game, but it depends on what penalties are handed out and whether there's any extra judgment that needs to be looked into. And maybe you put yourself in a situation where you're not available tomorrow. So Maryville doesn't want to have to try to change up their lines just in the second game because somebody wanted to just take an extra little pop in a scrum.
So defensive zone draw coming for the Saints. Tomorrow night's game, 7:30 in Lebanon, Illinois. 5 minutes, Cameron Ware, and that is why he got the gate before all of his teammates. 1:44 too soon. So power play to finish this one off for the Bearcats. That one shoveled out of the zone by Jack Harrison. Rosansky in that one. It's the netting. 1:27 left to go here in the third period. 45 shots for the Saints in this one. So a strong showing by Maryville in their first game of the season, as they will come away with the victory against their longtime rival in the McKendree Bearcats.
I think the Bearcats are going to be improved from last year. They finished 6-18-0, 2-9 on the road. Obviously, they're not going to improve on that here tonight, but I see a little bit more in their game than we saw last season. And we talked about it a few times last year, how the pandemic affected them, not allowed to play since they were from the state of Illinois. State rules didn't allow them to play. They lost a year of recruiting. Now all of a sudden they have a bunch of fresh faces. So they'll be an interesting team to watch within their conference. But Maryville kind of turning the page. They'll play one more, as we mentioned, tomorrow. I believe they play McKendree later on in the season as well. But overall, I think Maryville is comfortably in the driver's seat in this rivalry now.
McKendree in. Shot, that one blocked. Ooh, that one had to hurt as Cole Bonnet is on the ice. He's holding his shin pad. Less than 30 seconds remaining here in regulation. Going back for it, Joe McCormick. McCormick will make the sauce pass. Feeds it for Ben Anderson. One last rush for the Bearcats. They'll set things up top of the blue line. Slap shot on, that one blocked. Up top of the point, another block. And with 5 seconds remaining, the Maryville Saints are going to start the season off 1-0 as they take game one of the 2022-2023 campaign by a final score of 7-1. They defeat the McKendree Bearcats, and they'll be right back at it tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow's definitely going to be interesting. Saw at the very end there, Jackson White took a cross check to the chest. Kept himself just cool enough to where he didn't fully engage, but also had to be pulled back by one of his teammates, and the linesman stepped in a little bit quicker this time. So the bad blood definitely not dissipating between these two teams, despite the fact that they're no longer conference opponents, but still rivals just across the border. But ultimately, Marshy, the scoreline, as I said, speaks for itself, 7-1. And it was that quick Jack Harrison power play goal in the third period that I think, I said it earlier, really kind of took the air out of the sails of the Bearcats that quickly here in the third period.
Well, we'll break this one down with our final thoughts. 7-1 victory for the Maryville Saints. We'll talk about it after these commercials. We'll be right back on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network.
A lot of the times, students that are thinking about entering our program, they have a lot of questions. They've done their research. A lot of the questions that the students have are based upon outcomes. Where am I going to be 4 years from now if I decide to be in the Rawlings Sport Business Management program? Here, I'll show you. Here's where our alumni work now. We have students working in the athletic department at universities. We have students working for sports teams. We have students working for sports agencies, whether it be an abstract marketing, a Learfield Sports, an IMG. Those are a lot of the organizations that are hiring our students. And we do have a lot of our alumni who do work for sports teams, whether it be the Houston Rockets, the Kansas City Royals, the St. Louis Cardinals, St. Louis Blues. Many of our students have worked for those agencies and continue to work for those types of organizations now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Maryville Saints Hockey Network. I'm Andrew Marsh alongside Todd Panula. And Todd, a 7-1 victory for the Saints tonight over the McKendree Bearcats. A great showing in the first game of the season. Yeah, and it's the first game, as we've mentioned several times now. So there's going to be hiccups. There's going to be things that need to be smoothed out. I'm sure we'll hear from Coach Hogan in a little bit in the post-game show. He's not necessarily going to be happy with everything that he saw, but when you score 7 goals and you only allow 1 and you only allow a handful of actual chances against you, it's a solid first step out of the gate. Yeah, we thought that first 40 minutes was all dominated by Dylan Dallaire, and quickly the Saints jumped on him in the fourth, with 4 goals in 4 minutes in that third period. And I think once that first goal, and you mentioned it during the broadcast, when Jack Harrison put away that second opportunity, it seemed like things just started to kind of have like a ripple effect. The dominoes fell, and the Saints kind of carried away with that one. But overall, I thought the Saints played one terrific game. Yeah, they were physical. They got in on the forward check. They back checked well. We saw during the game players that necessarily they were key players for the Saints, but they had a few question marks coming out of last year, such as Timon Prexler, fantastic offensive player, but he showcased a more defensive style, and that's what the coaching staff was looking for out of somebody like him. And just overall, I think all facets of the game were there, and there's still room for improvement, which is encouraging. When you get 7 goals, you win 7-1, and you can still be better. Yeah, well, The Saints, they'll take on the McKendree Bearcats once again tomorrow night, this time on the McKendree's ice in Lebanon, Illinois. So we will be back here on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network, not next weekend, Todd, but in 2 weeks, October 1st. And, you kidding me? We got to wait all that time to get back on these TV or whatever you want, YouTube waves. What do they call it? It's not airwaves, is it?
The internet.
The internet, yeah. Oh, man, what a word, huh? It's good to be back with you, Todd. It's good to be back with everyone tuning in tonight. We appreciate it right here on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network. You can check out our post-game show on our page as well. That will come after this conclusion of this broadcast. But once again, we appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. The Saints get a victory in their season opener, a 7-1 win over the McKendree Bearcats. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. For myself, I'm Andrew Marsh, alongside Todd Panula, our producer, Eric Skelton, and everyone involved with the MSHN team. Thank you so much, and everyone, have a great weekend.
The Maryville Saints Hockey Network thanks you for watching this presentation of the American Collegiate Hockey Association.